So you see, the mind is the field or the agency, the intellectual agency of the self. The self, just inside the body, just inside the porthole where you were looking, is all my unhappiness that I have had since I was born, recorded as emotion. And although it is not very deep, it is indeed a very, very concrete stuff. It's called time or past, and there is nothing more concrete, more resistant than time or past. And out of that ground of time and past, that emotional substance, arises an egoic field which then thinks about the past, because it rises out of the ground of the past. What else has it got to think about? And as the past always consists of unhappiness, except for those brief moments when I think I can think about something good, it will soon turn to a thought about my problems and unhappiness. And my mind, even if I think of something good, will put pictures of the good, the imagined good, on the presence of the right and only good, stillness and silence. Now, which ground are you going to give your ego? You see what's looking out of your eyes? That is the beautiful, glorious ego. You see what's looking out of your ears? The ego. Reporting, ready to report at any moment any sound that might suggest a threat to your physical survival. The same within your tongue. Ah, what a wonderful entity is the tongue, filled with the glorious ego, always searching round the mouth for anything that is out of place. If you ever cracked a tooth or lost a tooth, what does the ego do? Investigates its chamber, the ego of the tongue, finding out if there's anything wrong, if there's anything to do, getting used to it again. Because it is in the dark, it doesn't have eyes, it has feeling. And it searches round the mouth, getting used to its chamber to see that everything's all right again, to protect it as much as possible from anything incoming that might damage the organism. And then the touch feeling of the skin, the ego, the beautiful ego, poised like a wonderful burglar alarm. The ever-silent, ever-present human burglar alarm is the glorious, wonderful ego protecting the survival of my organism. Very silent, not doing anything, but just being. Only alert for anything, any smell, any extra heat that might suggest threat to the physical survival of my organism, my body. That is the wonderful, glorious ego, the gift of God, which is God itself, the nothing, which is my intelligence, my perception. So let's forget this stupidity of the ego trip. The ego is a beautiful thing. Only it's beautiful when it is connected with the ground of my organism, my wonderful body. It is pure, the ego is pure when it protects the survival of my body. It doesn't want any more. When the body is fed, when the body is breathing, when the body is healthy, the ego, like the burglar alarm, is absolutely still, silent. No problem. And then I can appreciate the wonder of the earth and all my senses, because my ego is untroubled. But what if I give my ego the ground of my subconscious as its body? What if I keep thinking about all my problems and my unhappiness, my resentments, my guilt, my impatience, my wanting, my trying. If I give my ego that ground, what do you think happens to the ego? The ego is nothing. It will become anything that I give it the ground of. And as this is an unnatural, unhappy ground, the ego then troubles me and presents pictures from my unhappiness onto the beautiful clarity of my natural body. Every one of you, every single one of you loves to be simple, loves to be your beautiful body, loves to just be utterly and completely one with your organism, to smell, to see, to hear the earth and the people, to be easy in this body. Every one of you delights in that. What happens? Because I have been taught to think and dwell and indulge my ego in the ground of my own unhappiness and my problems, because I'm always acknowledging all my problems, my sad, sad story. The ego, like the genie, does precisely what it's told. It then throws up pictures that lead to me being unhappy and emotional. So come on, this moment now while I speak to you, make contact with my beautiful body there listening to these words. Come on. It is a beautiful body. It is made by God, made by life like the flowers and the trees. It is a beautiful thing. And immediately as I speak now, I can make contact with it. Then the ego is in its rightful place, has its rightful ground. And then I am not troubled, for I am not trying to be anything anymore. I am just what I am. Not what I think I am, not what I want to be. I am what I am. And that's all right, isn't it? Look, you're sitting on the chair. You're listening to the truth of your own experience. Unless you think about the past, you haven't got a problem in the world. Is that the truth? Unless you think about the last moment, you haven't got a problem in the world. Now don't think because I said think about the last moment, will you? But we have been taught to think, not just about the last moment, but about yesterday and last week. And as soon as you think, it will always drive you back to the pressure of the emotion, the unhappiness, the fundamental unhappiness that is in yourself.